Cleveland Browns.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First play, Watson to the air.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd you miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. That's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Purdy now on second down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 70 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Shutting defenders at the 15. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They run again on first down. Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll be close to another first down. In fact, he has a first down on a gain of 10. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. The Browns are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
This 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on fourth. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Purdy from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Look at this Browns defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Purdy now to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown. No surprised to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third and 2. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Purdy on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now Chubb running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
48 yards on the ground for him so far. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's about what you expect since they're so efficient at picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go with Chubb on second down. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. York now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Browns 42, 49ers 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Cooper will go in motion.
Watson on first down. They'll roll him out right.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
On first down, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
Watson's pass complete to Amari Cooper. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49ers.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Watson off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass on his first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
49ers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a deep ball here on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Purdy looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. In motion right, Debo. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Focus on the next play, boys.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On 4th down, here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one's turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
On second and a long way to go. Watson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards. yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They run it again with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Past the 20, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And they take a knee, and he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on down here in this 4th quarter. Za'Darius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Purdy, big 4th down play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Purdy off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And now off to the races down the right side. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Powers through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 177 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.